drive-in movie season. A fender-bending, bike-blazing classic every Monday and Saturday at 9 p.m. starting May 5th.
You're watching Bikes on Men and Motors.
Get your motor running.
Welcome to Scooters. Over the next half hour, we'll be taking a look at all things scootering. We'll discover what's hot at Aprilia.
This is, in all terms, a twist and go. It has two brakes, it has a throttle. Those are the only controls you need to master.
And get the lowdown on everything scootering from a man in the know, Claude Agius.
I always felt, my father always felt, that you should service a scooter and make sure the customer knows you're going to service it and prove it to him.
But first, we delve into scooter style. Scooter lifestyle is a very personal thing. So we met up with some mods to discover what came first for them, the scooter or the lifestyle.
I got into the Who before I knew anything about the scooters or the mod thing. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love bubble cars and scooters, Vespers and Lambrettas. They used to stick out more than anything else. And I discovered the Who. I must have been 15 at the time. And the Who was just like the best thing I've ever heard in my life. And I got so involved with it, I thought there must be something to sort of show how much I'm involved with the Who. And I started reading up and I found out about the mods. And I asked my mum, she said about the 60s mods. And to my surprise, they rode scooters, which is what I've loved all along. So I got into the Who first, and then the fashion accessories come afterwards.
I got into the music first, and I always liked the scooters, and my auntie had a scooter the first time round. I was about 12 then, and I always loved the fashion. We had a little tailor in Berwick Street where we used to get our clothes made, and it was Roseman's, the little tailor was called. And I liked the clothes, but I never ever had a scooter. And then used to go to Wigan Casino, Blackpool Mecca, the Catacombs, Wolverhampton, all these Northern Soul venues. And then kicked off the Northern Soul again about 5 years ago, and my mate says, I'm getting rid of my scooter. And well, I fell in love with it. Done it up a little bit, and it's like the man says, it's a part of your suit, it's a part of your clothing, and that's how we got into the scooters, through the music. But Gary got into the music through his scooter.
Really, yeah. Northern Soul thing, you introduced me to that sort of thing, but in '79 I was into the jam, chords and all that sort of stuff, and it just sort of went from there. Just a whole bunch of young kids, 17, 16, in a pub in Hemel where we live, and it just went from there really. And then the music just went on, and everybody got a scooter, and that's just what you've done, like, you know.
The whole concept of riding a scooter is it's a fashion accessory to what we believe in, like, you know. So not only do we stand out from the crowd, we look the part. It gives you a certain amount of street cred, and I mean, you've only got to look at the machines around you. They're really cool, you know. And only a person in the right frame of mind would go out and ride one of these things about. It's like putting on your best suit. It's just a fashion accessory. If you look smart and you've got the right scooter, you're going to feel smart, you're going to stand out from the crowd. And I think that's what sets us apart from everybody else.
Once you get on your scooter, it's like they say, it's a way of life. It's cool. This is what it's all about. The clothes, the scooters, the music, it all goes together as one.
It's not just mods, it's like skinheads, scooter boys, punks. You even get psychobillies and scooters, you know, the list is endless, but we like to think that the mods originated the style and the influence. I mean, that goes without saying.
I would have thought 30 years later, it's still on.
Oh, yeah.
30 years time, they'll still be about.
Still there.
It'll still be just flowing on.
I mean, how old is your one?
1958.
1958, unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, this is a late one, 1965. Yours is an 80s.
This is quite new, an 82.
But it's still got the same sort of stylish, classic Italian design. They all have, they've all still got it. So, yeah, I mean, to me, it changed my life forever.
Different generations have different needs, and therefore want different scooters. So we took a look at what